Bosco, and you're listening to iLive Radio.
This is Dwight Drummond from CBC News Toronto, and you're listening to iLive Radio.
Hey, what's going down, man? It's your boy Trix, a.k.a. the Human Jump Off, man. You locked into iLive Radio. They changed the way I listen to radio, man.
Well, y'all listen to iLive Radio. My name is Steve Boyd of Parliament Funkadelic, and we want to thank iLive Radio for keeping the funk alive all over the world, worldwide.
Hello and welcome to the promo for Always Digging. My name is Jeff Skull, aka DJ Scully Funk. Every Sunday afternoon, my partner Gary, aka DJ Gaza Taylor, and I choose a theme and play our favorite songs that fit that theme. Tune in right here every Sunday from noon to 2 on iLive Radio.
Every Friday, take a trip around the world with music from around the globe. Colors of Rhythm with your host DJ Ron John. Fridays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on iLive Radio, iliveradio.com.
Hey, what's up? This is your girl Gwendolyn Collins, a.k.a. The Storyteller, and guess what? I am working on my third solo project, Storytelling Side 3, Hello Again. It would be so cool if you would partner with me in what will probably be the most personal and deepest story I've ever told through my music. Please check out my crowdfunding campaign by going to Indiegogo.com. That's INDIEGOGO.com. And just search for me, Gwendolyn Collins. Thank you so much. I love you. I love you. Mwah.
You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
Join us every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. with DJ Damiger and your host Boogie and Tae on a trip from the 6 to the 54 countries of Africa on iLive Radio, Flight 654.
Oga Charlie, don't miss your flight, dude.
All right. You're welcome to Flight 654. It's your boy DJ Damiger holding it down here. It's 2 minutes past the hour 6 p.m. or hour 6 o'clock, and I'll be holding it down for the next 30 minutes on the Takeoff Mix. Stay tuned.
When I reach Boland, they're calling me Odogu, Odogu. And as I enter the town, I put down for Egu, Odogu. And nobody can stop you. And so we they fly past you. Over any obstacle, it be Odogu, Odogu. So now they got the map, Odogu. You are looking at the champion, Odogu. Why they guess the shaky yashi, Odogu. With the person with the cash, Odogu. Ache, kekele, Odogu. Ache, kekele, Odogu. Ache, kekele, Odogu. Champion. Make up my mind, just to go. Bounce to the sound while I bounce with the do. Serve yourself, not the matter with the do. I'ma hit this slow. Move, make a move. I go slide, and you go sink like a boat. Me, I just did laugh like say life is a joke. And like you broke girls with they clean, with they go. If your boyfriend don't get money, then they can't go. Go back. When I reach Boland, they're calling me Odogu, Odogu. And as I enter the town, I put down for Egu, Odogu. And nobody can stop you. And so we they fly past you. Over any obstacle, it be Odogu, Odogu. Oh my God, what a symphony. Certain what has gotten into me. As I roll, I pull up in a Bentley. And with the diamond shine on every ring you see. Lights on, I become a duck. They got them want to touch it from my banana. And if you know get work, you be Jankara. I beg it, so make you go sit down for one corner. All day, but damn it, I could need my apology. You know I wanna see.
Cause now me you go follow till the day we die. But meanwhile, I can't wait to make you feel.
What up, Safi?
It's not a lie.
We're just kicking things off right here.
Yeah. So many girls that pass you. None of the girls find pass you. So many things you've been through. Promise life will not be the same again. Wouldn't be the same again. You'll never be the same The talk say me I'm too bad for you. Don't mind them, mind that they lie to you. The talk say my heart a glass, so don't break it, oh, break it, oh, break it, oh. If a different time, wait it, oh. When I'm gonna take it, oh. When your ways will be ready, oh, rotate it. Baby, me and wait it, oh, wait it. When your ways rotate it, oh. Baby girl, make you know the lie. Make it tell your friends, say you don't feel this guy. Don't even waste time. Cause that makes me follow for the baby.
This next song is by Wizkid. It's called Arizona.
Kalaku, make me high, parachute, make me smoke, Kalaku, baby can understand deja vu, il est du monde, il est du chou, me I never see, belle-vous, know what I did, I did but you, say now what I find, I got you. I don't feel sad, even when I did wish I the money there for my mind, 7 a.m. in the money, me I did for my grind, my pants disappear anytime I see you, my great disappear anytime I see kiss, even when I did wish I the money there for my mind, 7 a.m. in the money, me I did for my grind, my pants disappear anytime I see you, my great disappear anytime I see kiss. Mama want me pay me. Want this up, what did I do? What's stopping? Jaja, yeah, don't stopping. Only mama want me pay me. Want this up, what did I do? What's stopping? Jaja, yeah, don't stopping. Gotta put on the place where they legalize Arizona. They legalize Arizona, yeah. They legalize my Arizona, yeah. Legalize my Arizona. He going to the club when he enter the feel. When he enter the feel, before the love come the truth. Before the love come the truth for the air. Before the love come the truth. Before the love come the truth for the air. Tell the vibe, Kalaku, make me high, parachute, make me smoke, Kalaku, baby can understand deja vu, il est du monde, il est du chou, me I never see, belle-vous, know what I did, I did for you, know what I find, friends, I love them too. I look nice, but I'm not so good. I got something I just wanna prove. Can you get yourself inside my room? Let me take you up. Let me take you down. Let me show you up. Let me turn you on. Let me show you some good lo. Let me show you good lo. Let me show you Go tell all your friends I love them too. I look nice, but I'm not so good. I got something I just.
In case you're wondering, this song is by Omalay. It's called Low. Welcome to Flight 654. We're just getting things started here.
Let me show you something.
If you're tuned in right now, you want to stay tuned in because we have a super guest coming on today.
Show you something. Let me show you some good lo. Let me show you good lo. Let me show you good
Never king, you know it. King already, you know it. Top everything, you know it. King already, you know it. My body so by the king body. You gon' shine, bling body. Calling all the shots, ring body. Crown on your head, got a king body. Don't live a king, you a king, you know it. King already, my baby, you know it. Top everything, you know it. King already, you know it. Shine.
We just getting things started. What a guan, people.
Dealing with my stress, dealing with your stress, and you know I'm dealing with my friends. I'm dealing with your friends, and you know it. We're gonna get mad sex. We're gonna get mad sex, and you know we gotta make you come fresh. We gotta make you come fresh. Make we no throw away. Oh, make we no forget. Yeah, make it. Swing your love my way. Baby, no today. You want to fight or you want to stay? Do me wrong and I take all the blame. Do me something or make I go crazy. Say you want and you need. When you call all the busy. Oh, make me take on the easy. Teach your love to the greedy. Yeah. Every time you tease me, say you better for leave me. Oh, make me know.
The special guest just walked in. Shout out to everyone on IG Live right now. Let's go.
Dealing with my stress, dealing with your stress, and you know I'm dealing with my friends. I'm dealing with your friends, and you know it. We're gonna get mad sex. We're gonna get mad sex, and you know we gotta make it come fresh. We gotta make it come fresh, and you know. Like I know. Tonight, standing on my God. I get money before, no be property, yo. Waiting for Danko, waiting for Uber and Makada.
Shout out to Morris the DJ. We got Tiwa Savage on this one.
I got to get the dollar, plenty moolah, monkey no desk, ikisu monkey, double fiyon. I like you. Sorry plenty. Bana, I'm a yak out. Tobona, baby, you make me my own. Sorry plenty. Maya, Obona, Omo Milara, oh yak out. Baby, you don't say you do too much. Oh, wow. You never see anything. Oh, wow. Where you from, we go pop champagne. Oh, wow. We invest, say we buy more too. Oh, wow. Then I be shake cuckoo. Oh, wow. Come down, make you wind that thing. Oh, wow. Make a nigga feel something. Oh, wow. Come close, make a swing song. Oh, party. See what you carry. No more any money. Make a body gonna want.
We just getting the party started. 13 minutes past the hour, 6 o'clock. Flight 654. iLive Radio. Here we go.
Carry me to go, babe. Carry over, no, babe. Take it in the end about you. Don't, babe. Carry me to go, babe. Carry over, no, babe. Take it in the end about you. Your love. Girl, I don't give you all I got, but it's not enough for you. Show you fire, me catapult of love. Now I be say I don't be getting enough of you.
Say what?
Yeah, waiting me down, nothing I can't do for my baby, my baby. Anytime when you need me, come to me, my shawty, wallet. Waiting me down, nothing I can't do for my baby, my baby. My shawty, oh, they get my baby, say you there for me. As I there
for you. We are landing back in Toronto. Here we go. This is Tome with Money.
I do for the I hustle for the I do for the I hustle for the I'm checking on my flight back to London, yeah. It doesn't really matter where you come from. I hustle for the money and the ransom. Yeah, my daddy told me a long time ago. Where you gotta go, you hustle for the gold. And keep it pushing, let them know that your money long, your money never fall. And do it for you. And hustle for you. And do it for you. I do it for the money. Money, oh.
Money.
Money, oh.
Money.
Money, oh. Money.
We do it for the money right here, Flight 654.
They'll never know the things we did. Never know the L's we hit. Never know the hardships, the talk shit they never fuck with. The sacrifice you gave yourself, cross the line of your limits. Never mind that they don't help, we just hustle for. I do it for my, I hustle for my, I do it for my, I hustle for my, I do it for the money, money, oh, money, 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 money.
Shout out to everyone tuning in on IG Live right now. We got Away by Oxley. Hey Deary, what up?
I don't really care if you're older. Baby, gonna rise from the shoulder. Oh no. Let us go far away, miles away, far away, to a place where no one can dictate how we play. Let us go far away, miles away, far away, where no one can dictate.
Turn up.
Slow touch, brown and white, like I go country, grab and buy. We can go bust, eye for eye, we can lose trust. White rum, fizzy pop, where you they go, we they go up. Catch my vibe, let me go off, blam the trash, man it's so tough.
Alright yo, put the belly on her body, make a clutch. See no watch, now she wanna give crutch. Boy got peas, now she hopping in the pod. Man a real life sugar gal, and my forget walk. When she want dark, told her meet me at the top. Switching lanes the other day, I seen her waiting for a bus. Maybe this a Moncler sweater, diesel denim. Buying over when my pockets fight like heather. Neck froze like I don't know no better. Benzo truck, white seats and they leather. Go broke never, on my grind. She make it clap like I'm Busta Rhymes.
What up, Sabs?
Northern
Vibes curator on the building. Lega.
Bling, big Benz I drive, I brought that thing. Any girl you want, they want my thing.
Don't rush, slow touch, brown and white, like I go country, grab and buy. We can go bust, eye for eye, we can lose trust. White rum, easy pop, where you they go, we they go up. Catch my vibe, let me go off, bam that track, man it's on.
You know how we do it right here on Flight 654. We have to go all over Africa. We're paying homage to my peeps in Namibia right now. This is Gaza with Chilete. Every 6 p.m. Wednesday, Flight 654, iLive Radio. Afro-beats, the best and the best of Afro-beats. Big shout out to our guest in here, Mr. Lukman Akambi.
You are now listening to the Takeoff.
I go
DJ Damiger with DJ
Damiger.
Are you ready now? 1, 2, 3, let's go! we got that new Burner Boy. Alarm Clock. This next one right here is by DRB Laskidi. It's called Trouble. Here we go, Flight 654.
Have you been looking for me? Looking for something you can't find. How long do you think it could last? Get at me, baby. Come at me, baby. You try to hide, but you can't. Sure, you don't see this type of life. How long do you think it could last? Get at me, baby. I'm trouble making trouble. Trouble is what excites me. No one can do it like me. Trouble is making trouble. I'm trouble making trouble. Trouble is what excites me. No one can do it like me. Trouble is making trouble.
I one day with you all night. I know one day with you all day. I'm a baby killer day. You need to pray on my shell. You make my head go go go. You make my head back back back. I know like stress no grab grab grab. Me I don't love up now now now.
If you know me, you know this is one of my favorite songs as well.
You got money in my
Lower Body, Chris Brown, Davido.
Please don't tease me. Keep on rocking. Keep on rocking. You got money in Miami. Please so baby, please don't tease me. Baby dance for me with your lower body. Baby dance for me. Oh yeah, give me body. Oh yeah, move for me with your lower body. Baby dance for me with your lower body. Lower body. Lower body. Lower body. Hungry person. Lower body. Lower body.
Come on now, let's turn up. Flight 654 every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Are you ready for this remix?
Body on check, check, check. I thought I don't know you the back back there, man. Don't need no mado. Casting go, I want to get the red, the one man say me. I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit. You did with another man. Who you body do? I know what I thought, but see you with another man. I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit. You did with another man. Who you body do? I know what I want to see you with nobody.
That's how we do it right here on Flight 654. We got all the Amapiano sounds. That's what we do, Sabs. Sure most of y'all are familiar with this next one. If you're not familiar, let it drop. Shout out to everyone listening to this on Spotify, on the iLive link.
You got issues. You got issues. Come outside, let the darkness of the world escape your eyes. Give it all away, it ain't meant for your life. Says one and no one. You got issues, you got issues, baby. You got issues. You got issues, you got issues, baby. You got issues, we got issues, yeah. Don't wanna talk about it, don't wanna leave without it. Give me in the night without it.
Another banger. I'm in love with plenty women. I know my money, all of them. You know my type, the shape or color. I go make sure say I must collect. I get one will be my sponsor. I get one where they call me honey. One where they do me winchy winchy. She they do like patience or soko. Wale, color. Get in my room, make you lot on. Body they move like a python. Love where they giving me iron. Wale, color. After the room to the palace. Then make you post for my canon. Love where they boosting my iron. I too like woman. I too like woman. Me I know they burn. Me I know they burn. I too like woman. I too like woman. Me I know they burn. Me I know they burn. Sakolo weko, oh weko, sakolo weko, oh weko. Give me one major, ja one, ja Laissez-les concon. Laissez-les. Laissez-les concon.
DJ Damiger.
Team. Bad boy. Of Lele. Of Lagos.
Big shout out to Martin in the building. It's time to best it. Let's go.
Laissez-les concon. Dijo Malaba. Dijo Versato. Baby go down low. Laissez-les concon. Dijo Malaba. Dijo Fuji. Baby go down. Oh, the best beat Michael Jackson. Love me, baby, I'm not asking. Oh, the best beat Michael Jackson. Follow me, baby, I'm still sad. That's le concon. Dijo Malaba. Dijo Versato. Baby go down. That's le concon. Dijo Malaba. Kuma sana, kolege wa, kuma sana, kolege wa, kolege wa, kuma sana, kolege wa,
I go show you wonder what it wonderful. You don't go believe what you want happen. No disturbance when the bed do one catch you. It's like you dey sleep, but this one pass.
Let me hear you say.
Hunger. I think bed do just start. Bonjo. From your feet all over. Bonjo. With somebody that Bonjo. Cause I'm feeling it in my soul. Something is changing. Right in your face. Change. Something is scratch. Not like jazz.
Mufasa.
Como láti padà sílé mi. Cause mama mi wọ́n wà nílé mi. I don't want me person tell me say too lazy. Olúwa bọ̀nà lélẹ̀ ni. Àṣàdé ọ̀hún àtàdé bàjọ́ ògùn lazy. Lọ́gọ́tà ṣe mi àtú lazy.
Mufasa, Baba Simba, Omusai, Alo Musodo, Otaga, Patakpata, Obalaga, Alo Balaga. Mufasa, Baba Simba, Omusai, Alo Musodo, Otaga, Patakpata, Obalaga, Alo Balaga.
That's how we tear things up. Flight 654.
You put a smile on me. I don't know what's in do me. Back to the dial on me. You put a smile on me. Mufasa, Baba Simba, Omusai, Alo Musodo, Otaga, Patakpata, Obalaga. You put a smile on me.
Fireboy, one day called Spell.
You put a spell on me. I'm hypnotized. I see your eyes. You will do anything to have me in your life. You're in control. You're in my
New music coming all the way from Nigeria.
losing my mind.
Lega.
I will let it push and go. Otito, Otito. Motifo Sara, Motindo. Motimbambala, Otito. She's dancing, it's magic. How can you take my soul? You can't have it. You put a spell on me. You put a spell on me. Papa Simba, Omusai, Alo Musodo, Otaga, Patakpata, Obalaga. You put a spell on me. Papa Simba, Omusai, Alo Musodo, Otaga, Patakpata, Obalaga. You put.
Nothing to see you, mama. Don't finish you, mama.
I gotta pull that one back.
My babes, man.
Twice as tall, Burner Boy. Come on.
To see you, come don't finish you, come something to miss you, come I suspect you, champion, no, easy you, come waiting to see you, come I know believe you, come out for your feelings, you, come and jealousy down, make you no come tell me shit now. Bad energy bow, go change them to another thing now. My baby you bow, make you whine to the sound of the guitar. Start to they sing loud, if you like the vibe I they bring now. Yeah, oh loco, luabona, jiggy jiggy. And if you want to see me, all I'm a niggy niggy. I know say me I they keep I'm really really. But people know say money they don't buy me.
Here we go.
To see you come, don't finish you come. Something to miss you come. I suspect you, champion, no, easy you come. Waiting to see you come. I know believe you come. Come out for your feelings.
You know we always bring the vibes. We do make things come alive. The colors, the flavor, the taste. Without us, it's a waste. Can just
We're taking this flight back to Toronto. Shout out to the homeboy Boroughs. Dolo the Gifted Zenzo. Ubuntu. Here we go.
Time.
You are now listening to the Takeoff Mix with DJ Damiger. With DJ.
The vision's clear, the side is right, the mind is bright, about to go down tonight. The man them here, the ladies too, we come correct to come collect all the blessings. Those ones that we've been praying for and waiting for and fighting for and longing for. So best believe we gon' keep them forever and ever. We so unapologetic, new energy so kinetic. Running through our veins and our genes, you can feel the power so magnetic. Come on. Ubuntu, that's the vibe that we bring. And you know that we gonna be alright.
Let's go.
DJ Damiger.
Sook, let's go. All the way from Namibia, DJ Spaza, let's go.
Look at the girls with the bill, come on.
Oh shit, you're not ready for this next one right here.
Nice to meet ya. Nice to meet ya. Which one you say? Which one you say? You know if you draw,
This is how we do it right here on Flight 654. Betsy Bota Mayo Kun. Davido all the way from Nigeria. Shout out to Yvette on the IG Live. Let go.
Nice to meet ya. Betty Bota say you can have my daughter. Make we link up later. Betty Bota, it go shock you like this when you go see the wire. Yeah, when you enter. Which one you say? Which one you say? You know if you trust person like me like that. Yeah, so tell me how was I to know? Which one you say? You know what can't give me your heart. Baby, I'm never letting go.
It's to me, yeah. Betty Bota, I am not a banker, but I go spray you dollars. My leaves dripping water. Nice. Mola go meta to the new nice. Loving fire, that to my son and my lovely daughters. So which one we say, you know be just a see like me like that. So tell me how was I to know? Say which one we say, you know what can't give me your heart. Baby, I'm never letting go.
pastor's daughter, queen of lamba, kekere lo ti japa, be a kisa, skip the lamb, baby, skip the lamb, baby, skip the lamb, baby, skip the lamb,
What I cannot do, what I cannot do. Only what I learn, what I cannot do, what I cannot do. Only what I learn, what I cannot do, what I cannot do. Only what I learn, what I cannot.
Just little.
Have you heard this track before?
Fresh.
That's how Star do.
Ice on my neck, ice on my wrist, you know. That's how Star do. If you ain't talking money, please don't call me for a show. That's how Star.
You are now listening to Skip It Mix with DJ Damiger. With DJ Damiger.
Everything just little. Fresh. Go! Ice on my neck, ice on my wrist, you know. That's how Star do. If you ain't talking money, please don't call me for a show. That's how Star do. 10 million for a show. That's how Star do. Never to be caught off fresh. Okay. That's how Star do. That's how Star do. That's how Star do. How do Star do? Like I do. That's how Star do. Okay. That's how Star do. Okay. That's how Star do.
When you see a star, stars always keep you with swag. I pull up in a white Lambo, with my Jura, come here Lambo. Jenny, I beat up on a vehicle. Kabatiri me, go on my shileku. Star don't like to talk too much, star like to keep it cool.
That's how Star do.
But if you take star, star go give you 2 punch too. I'm a superstar now, yeah. Santa Catile, Samuel.
Ice on my neck, ice on my wrist, you know. That's how Star do. If you ain't talking money, please don't call me for a show. That's how Star do. 10 million for a show. That's how Star do. Never to be caught.
We're going all the way, coming back to Toronto right now. We're about to give you some energy.
That's how Star do. How do Star do? Like I do. That's how Star do. Okay. That's how Star do. Okay. That's how Star do.
You know how it is, though. We like to turn on up, dance with us and limos. Yeah. How we pull up, boy, I got the sauce.
We got Tome and Zlatan. We got the energy.
Everything there, energy there. It's how in the ginger, I know they come play. Everything lick, yo, and up your waist. Everything there, energy there. It's how in the ginger, I know they come play. Everything lick, yo, and up your waist. Yeah. I'm gon' chop this like Tilayo. No, they bother me. That they make them carry go. Oh, na, na, na. I feel it deep inside my soul. Yeah, I know. No go doll for him. But they mean silent. Checo Aleo. So tell me if you are for me or not for me. Yeah, do you want my money or
Toronto reppin'.
everything there, energy there. It's how in the ginger, I know they come play. Everything lick, yo, and up your waist. Everything there, energy there. It's how in the ginger, I know they come play. Everything lick, yo, and up your waist.
We be like love is for you. Happy for your eye. We know plenty for your year. Astella, go play. Got a ton butter, not a ton water. And one more don't pay me, one more time. Go to Lumaka, life done better. Landlord, double car, Oti Galepa. She be a lever, no see. Life me, Oti. And you let my fucking nose. Blood out of me, and don't look at those. I'm not look at those. I don't look.
Give me the green light, give me the go. Give me the high life, I feel my soul. You know that I don't mind, bravo. Félicitations, patron. Whenever you get shy, let go. Feel the music, lose control. Wind up your waistline, shaking it up nice. Doing it all right on the dance floor. Fais-moi en bas, fais-moi en bas.
All right. We are about to land this flight right now. You got it? You got it? We are out to land the flight. All right. Whatever, man. Flight 654, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. We just had a takeoff mix. We have our special guest in the building, Mr. Lukman Akombi. He's been here. He's been bumping with us with the takeoff mix. How are you doing today, sir?
Oh, fantastic.
And how are you enjoying this change in weather?
It's Canada now. We're used to it.
It sprung up on us. It didn't even give us any announcements. It's just like, okay, you guys have been enjoying too much heat right now. Let's give you...
It's September, really. I mean, we're used to it. I mean, at least it's good we're not getting as much rain this year. Last year, I think it was a bit more rainy at this time last year. So.
Yeah. All right, and for those who were wondering, Dolo and Tae are on vacation right now, so it's just going to be me and Mr. Lukman Akombi in the building. We're still going to have a vibe. It's still going to be fun. Flight 654, if you're just tuning in, we are about to start our conversation with Mr. Lukman Akombi. And if you are an avid Flight 654 supporter, you would know that this is his second time. He's making a comeback on the show, basically, and he's coming with some great things for us today. The last time we talked about a lot of things, actually. We talked about, I think it was an extensive conversation that covered off his life, the life and times of Mr. Lukman Akombi, how he started out in Nigeria, how he moved to Asia, joined a band, came to Canada, embraced the code of Canada, how he set up a brand, Kiza, in Dubai, in Africa, and also here in Toronto. So we explored a lot of topics that day. If you're looking for references, you want to go on our IG Live. We have our IG TV, actually, about 2 videos that covers off on that interview, just in case you wanted to listen back. But we're doing something new today, and he has come with some really great things for us today. So recently, you opened up Kiza Music Studios.
Yes.
And Kiza Music Studios, for those who also don't know, is actually downstairs this building, basically here in Etobicoke. iLive Radio Studios. Kiza Music Studios is actually our neighbor right here. So we have our friends right next to us. How has that adventure been for you, sir?
For now, it's in the build-up process. The whole idea for Kiza Music Studio is something Tommy decided she wanted to do, to give back to the community, and which I'm kind of supporting her. But it's in the build-up process right now.
Okay.
The build-up process, yeah.
Okay. So nothing officially launched yet, or it's open to the public, or it's...
It's open to the public, but
okay.
Not fully yet.
Not fully
yet, yeah.
Okay. For those artists listening to us right now, this is a place you really want to come to. This is a place you really want to be in. I've been to the place 2, 3 times, 4 times, and trust me, it's a vibe. It's everything you expect in a studio and more, and it has more things attached to it. For everyone who's trying to release songs, distribution, all of that, it has everything, all the capabilities for an artist and everything that an artist is looking for. Just shouting that out. So when it launches, you know where to go. So, anyways, I must also say that last week I engaged in a coaching session with with Mr. Lukman Akombi. Before I start, this month is his birthday month. So Mr. Lukman Akombi has been gracious enough to want to also give back to the cause. I would say, I guess, paid forward is the way you want to term it. And he's basically taking on the youngins and the young cats, like he likes to term it, the young cats, and trying to basically lift people up, uplift people. We know he's a successful businessman. You know, he's a father of many ventures, and he's trying to uplift as many people as possible. So he's doing that through coaching sessions as of right now. And I engaged in one last week, and trust me, I found out so many things about myself. Like, if anything, if I must say anything that I gained through that session, is basically making sure that you can push your mind capabilities to think beyond what is thinking right now. So I remember there was a question he asked me about a certain topic, and I was just like, okay, this is a list of things I would consider, this, and this. And then he was like, no, give me 10. And I'm like, what? Give me 10. I'm just coming off work. My mind is like, I don't know, it's kind of rusty right now. I don't know how I can give you 10. But he found a way to push me to get 10. And you liken that to like a fitness coach or sports coach, that when you're down on the floor and doing your push-ups and you're doing 6, and it's like, no, give me 10. And when you're at 10, it's like, give me 15. And when you're at 15, you're about to give up, just one last one. So that's the way I liken that session. And it made me think beyond what I was thinking. He asked questions, exploratory questions, that let me think about things that I wasn't thinking about yet. So how has this journey been for you? The coaching sessions, basically, the coaching journey. I guess we should start from the top. I know you announced it briefly the last time we met, the last time you did an interview with us, but let's take it a step back. What made you go into it? I know I mentioned a few things, but let's hear from you. What made you go into this coaching journey?
When you say coaching journey, for me, it's the way I have lived my life. It's the way I have built all my businesses, and I've always built my businesses based on the premises of empowering people. So I've always been coaching all my life, really, in one aspect or the other. But I guess with COVID, it got me indoors. So I couldn't feed that part of me. I wasn't meeting as many people as I normally would meet. So I started wanting to discover more about myself during COVID, and I realized really what was fueling my engine was the ability to keep meeting people and empowering them in my journey. You know, so, and I guess that was one of the things that brought about the whole coaching, now going professional about it, because now I can have a platform where I'm not just empowering people that I meet, but I can actually empower the community at large. So that has been the motivation, but it's a way of life for me. Anybody that has known me in the last 30, 25 years, my engagement with them has always been more focused about them. How do they move from point A to point B? How can they be a better person? How can their businesses be better? How can they, as a person, just improve themselves? I think even if you look at my businesses, that I've built quite a lot of sectors, but it's always been built on one auspices. The profitability of my clients has always been the true measure of my success. And when I say my clients, I'm looking at both my external clients and my internal clients. My internal clients are the people that come into my workspace, people that are going to deliver the service with me. For the external clients, I pay so much attention to them also because they are my clients. Their profitability is their progress within my establishment. How are they able to create a career path within my establishment, achieving their goals within my establishment? Because I believe they don't have a career path within my establishment. So if they have no progressive path, they can't help my business to progress. You know, so that's pretty much who I have been, and that's what I've been living with for the last 30 years. So doing this for me is just a natural, official step I needed to take to reach the community at large now.
Okay. So what Baba just said is he has finished making all the money in the world. And he now wants to start giving back into people and pouring back into people and making people more successful as well. But yeah, I see a lot of reason definitely in everything you just said. Pouring back into people's professional development.
What I've just said, sorry to cut you short. What I've just said is now I found out how poor I am. I found out that when I look into my Rolodex, I have not really empowered the people and the amount of people I was sent to empower. So I don't see myself as being content. I actually see myself as being very poor because I measure my success with the amount of people that can be progressive through me. And if those numbers are not where I need to be, I don't see myself as being successful. So it's contrary to what you think.
Yeah, it's contrary to what I think, but I guess we both know the truth and we'll leave it there. But anyways, yes. For those who's just joining in on IG Live, we are in an interview with Mr. Lukman Akambi. He's the founder of Kiza Worldwide, Kiza Enterprises, Kiza Restaurants, actually, and the Kiza brand, basically, worldwide. Before we step ahead into the coaching conversation, what's the meaning of Kiza? I never asked you the question the last time.
Kiza is just is a 4-letter words that we kind of give it our own meaning. So if you look in the Swahili language, it's spelled with a G, Giza, and it means black. Now, if you go down south towards Angola, Luanda, is used as a community. And then if you go into Uganda, it's actually a name. Yeah, there's people that are called Kiza. It's a name. In the particular tribe in Uganda, they have people. I think Uganda and I believe in Burundi also. It's a name you will find that are common in that area. But the meaning we gave Kiza was a black community, an environment where blacks can come, express themselves, because we started it at a time whereby we felt we needed something to be proud of, something really upscale there, and it really came out from so many things, but one of the biggest things was, it was started in UAE, and at one point in UAE, especially in the 2010, 2008, 2009, 2010, our African ladies there were quite a number of them involved in the prostitution rings out there. So there was that stereotype that all African ladies were prostitutes. So it kind of limited a few of us that have wives there, sisters and whatnot. And there were a lot of African women doing professional and good jobs. They're not having a nice place to go to most of the times. They can't go out without being in the company of somebody. So those things were one of the reasons why we brought about Kiza, to give us a space of our own where we can feel proud.
Absolutely. So Kiza is synonymous with the black community and the empowerment of the black community. And we would love to touch on that and much more when we come back from this break. We're just going on a quick commercial break. For those of you on IG Live, we're about to exit out of the IG Live, but we're going to come back just because we're hitting the hour mark. So do not go anywhere and come back with us. Flight 654 iLive Radio.
Hey, this is Emily King, and you're listening to iLive Radio.
The internet's #1 on the World Wide Web. iLive Radio.
You're listening to iLive Radio. This is Jay Most. Enjoy.
How you doing? What's good? It's Nkechi the Lyrical, sitting in my zone here, vibing and listening to iLive. And if you don't know, get to know. And if you do know, you don't know. And if you know, then relax and enjoy the ride.
Welcome to iLive Radio. Hi, I'm ODJ, your host from Amalgamation in Sound. Join me every Saturday from 6 to 8 p.m. where I'll bring you the very best in UK soul, house, broken beat and everything in between. Remember to join in every Saturday 6 to 8 p.m. for Amalgamation in Sound. See you there.
Attention all musicians, bands, associations, clubs, and organizations that represent collective styles of music across Canada. Now is the time to rebuild our collective music nation genres like hip-hop, R&B, jazz, soul, reggae, gospel, and more united. The Collective Music Nation is a non-profit organization committed to the development of collective music. Free memberships are available now. The Collective Music Nation. One voice, strength in unity.
Hey, peace and blessings. This is Lucia D inviting you to join me each and every Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. for Honey Drop here on iLive Radio. Journey with me each week as I spin the latest international sounds in new soul, R&B, hip-hop, and a little taste of everything in between. Every show features independent producers from across the globe in the beats beneath, and the 10 sweetest vibes of the week smooth out the night in the 10 Drop. Honey Drop, each and every Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, here on iLive Radio. Serving up audible treats like honey, always with a heavy beat drop.
What's up, London? This is the Ladies' Choice, DJ Mixmaster Caesar, coming to you straight from the 6 with the Red Planet Mix Show. Every Saturdays, 10 p.m. until midnight, spinning in the best music in hip-hop, R&B, soca, reggae, and top 40, exclusively on iLive UK, changing the way you listen to radio.
Join the Music Collective family every Sunday for the Sunday Vibe from 12 till 4 on iLive Radio. For the best in quality music, special theme shows quarterly, and the infamous End of the Month show, when the Music Collective family get together for fun and frolics. So don't miss out on your Sunday Vibe on iLive Radio via the TuneIn app or the iLive mobile app. See you Sunday. Music Collective Sunday Vibe on iLive Radio.
You're listening to iLive Radio.
You are now listening to the Takeoff Mix with DJ Damiger. With DJ Damiger.
Give me the green light, give me the go, give me the high life, I feel in my soul. You know that I don't.
All right. Welcome, people. Welcome back.
Whenever you get shy.
We are now at 3 minutes past the hour 7. Wednesday, iLive Radio, Flight 654. We are in an interview with Mr. Lukman Akambi. We got started with a little bit of some topics about coaching, about his enterprises, and we are about to dig a little bit deeper. So I think your mic is live now. All right. So we were talking before we went on the break. We were talking about the black community and Kiza being representative of a lot of things that the black, I guess the empowerment and the forward movement of the black community, right? What do you, I know there's a lot, I mean, this was 10 years ago, or 10 years and more ago when you established Kiza, and there's a lot of things that have gone on in the world with the black community from 2010 or 2009 till now. How do you examine the progress of the black community as of right now? Compared to what it was back then, and what do you think can be done to move forward?
As a community, I think we're making progress. We're making substantial progress. There's been a lot of advancement in our in our cohabitation. We've seen some countries already forward thinking. There are some countries still stuck in their old ways. So we've had advancement in some sectors. So definitely we will have to be grateful for those advancements. There are lots of areas of improvement, but we will still hold on to the one that is the successful ones. We'll hold on to that.
Absolutely. And I mean, just a little bit of a testament here. When Kiza was opened up in Toronto, it was the significance when we talk about all African. I mean, we have establishments, African establishments in Toronto, but they're usually tailored to usually a country or a group of people or a tribe, or I don't think it's a tribe, but more of a country or a group of people. But Kiza is that, or there was that restaurant that basically put everybody together, right?
Correct.
Where everybody could come and feel at home. The Nigerians would come in. In fact, it was at Kiza that I was able to meet a lot of the Zambian friends that I know right now, or a lot of the Kenyan friends that I know right now, because anytime I threw a party at Kiza, everybody comes in, no matter where you're coming from. If you're Nigerian, you're Ghanaian. I even met Egyptians, I met North Africans, people from outside, even the Mediterranean space, India. We met everybody down there, and it's a testament to what the Kiza Enterprise is. Is that the same vision you have right now for the Kiza Music Studio?
Yeah, it's always been the vision all the way for everything we're doing. We always see the strength is in unity. The weakness is in the division.
Yes.
So I have never envisaged Africa as we're divided. Maybe because I have operated in Africa for a minute and I've vastly traveled in Africa. So I kind of see the value in understanding the various cultures, and I see the strength if we can understand ourselves.
Yeah.
I see how the kind of mountains we can move.
Yeah, absolutely. And so let's now center back into that the coaching journey you're embarking on right now, right? You mentioned it's basically to uplift the people coming up with you. You mentioned the fact that you have a certain calling right now, basically to uplift as many people as possible in the positions they are in. Did you go for any training, educational program, or any type of certification course to become a coach, or mostly it's off life experiences for you?
No. In everything I do in life, I don't believe in using native intelligence. So when I decided I was going to go professional, the first thing I did was look for the best certification, and which I did. I completed that during the COVID period. So yes, I did go for my certification,
Okay. So now, if you're those who are listening, DJ Have You, Fusi Hype, thank you so much for joining in. We're doing an interview with Mr. Lukman Akambi, and we are talking about his coaching journey right now. From your experience so far, from your experience with us youngins, what do you think, I don't want to say is lacking, but what do you see is a trend from the people you've coached so far, people you've had sessions with so far? What do you think is a trend that I want to use the word lacking for lack of better words to use, but what do you think we're lacking basically? And how, or let's just start from there. What do you think we're lacking, and based on who you've coached so far?
Well, first, I don't believe we're lacking anything. I believe we just need to discover it. So it's not lacking, it's just not discovered. Currently, I have no age restriction to who I coach. So I have coached a wide range of people. And now if you're referring to a particular age bracket, which I believe you're referring to, maybe what age bracket?
About, I would say 25 to 35.
Okay, if you're looking at the millennials and the zillennials, I find what resonates mostly with most of them is self-discovery. A lot of them wants to understand what their purpose is. Some do already. So I see a lot of self-discovery. I see a lot of self-confidence. And then I see a lot of business coaching. a lot of them wanting to start their own business, so those are the three major ones that has come up with. I've experienced so other different kinds of things too. It all depends on who the person is in their life. You know, if you're going, once you start to go into the 35 to 45 range, I'm hearing a lot of work-life balance as a predominant thing that everybody wants to understand.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing financial stability is something that is resonating more with that age bracket. So it all depends. You know, life coaching is all about your entire life. It's all about you living an harmonious, balanced life. You know, staying consistent in those things that gives you that balanced life.
Yeah.
You know, that's really what life coaching is all about.
Before I began my session with you, the first thing you did was for you to describe the differences between the different, I guess, things synonymously used with coaching. So coaching, mentoring, and the likes.
We call them self-development professionals.
Yeah.
So there's coaching, there's teaching, there's mentoring, there's counseling, and there's consultancy.
If you could just tell us a little bit about each of them.
Well, I mean, I believe everybody knows what a teacher does. Teacher teaches you knowledge. Therapy normally is applied when there's a problem in the past that is affecting productivity today. So therapy will go back into the past and fix that problem. Counseling is dealing with the past to solve the problem. That's what counseling does. So you have somebody has a retentive problem or something, then they will be counseled into it. Consultancy is like a theoretical approach. You know, so I come into your business, or you are coming to consult for you. You tell me what the problem is. I give you a bunch of solutions. I leave you to go deal with it.
Yeah.
You know, coaching, on the other hand, doesn't give you any of this. Coaching helps you find your solution. Coaching helps you move from point A to point B. Coaching helps you seek clarity. Coaching helps you find your purpose, set a goal towards achieving your desired objectives, and then stay consistent to make sure you arrive at the end goal.
Yeah.
That's the difference between the coach. So we, as a coach, we don't really pay too much attention to the past. Our focus is on your current reality and then your future goal.
Your future goal, yes. I liken it again to sports, right? Your 100-meter sprinter, and your first race you run a 12.01.
Correct.
And your goal at the end of one year and 6 months is 10.1. And your coach is right beside you telling you, okay, you have to tie around your waist and race. So you have to do this and do that and come here every morning. I liken that to...
The coach don't tell you what to do.
Oh, okay.
The trainer tells you what to do. The coach don't tell you.
I like the fact that we're actually separating...
Yeah. The coach don't tell you. That's why if you look in the basketball team, for instance, because it's very fresh in everybody's mind. Nick Nurse is a coach. He's not a trainer.
Okay.
So he doesn't tell them, lay up. He doesn't know. He works with their psyche.
Okay.
He works on strategy. He works on their consistency. He works on their self-belief. You understand? That's why when he calls a timeout, he can see the cycle. He can see the science going on the court that is not in favor of his team. So he calls a timeout to break the energy.
Yeah.
And that's his own job. You understand? So if there's if let's say Siakam is not driving as he should be driving, he has a trainer that will have noticed that, and that will be telling him, hey, dude, no, don't take 3 shots anymore. You need to drive. There's a trainer. That's a trainer's job. If he's not defending properly, there's a defense trainer there. That's his job.
Yeah.
The coach is really mental to put them in that mental frame of mind to achieve that goal. And it's consistent. So it's always consistently on them to make sure that they stay focused on that goal that they have decided. that they want to achieve.
Gotcha. So what is your own, we mentioned a few examples, Nick Nurse, so a few other coaches we already know in the world. What is your style of coaching? Are you the one that, are you the type of coach that would are you a sticky coach? Ensure that this person reaches the goals, which means you're calling this person every morning or you're checking in with this person at least regularly and saying, hey, how about this thing we talked about? Have you gotten there and that? Or you're the one that sits back and let things be and let the person report back to you and on progress. And then you would basically review and revert, I would say.
See, the coaching style is always dependent on the client. Mm-hmm. Like I said, we as a coach, we're not finding or giving you any answers.
Yeah.
So we are helping you find your answers. So we always have to adapt to what the client is comfortable with. And our clients are coming in different shapes. There are clients that take their time. Their behavioral instinct is totally different.
Yeah.
And there are clients that they are very analytical in the way they do things.
Yeah.
They want it done pop. So I believe my coaching style will be predominantly responding to the client's needs.
Okay.
That would be my approach. The client's needs, the client's emotions, the client's behavior, all of these things will determine what kind of approach I need to use.
Fantastic. And I think I'm just going to, segue into mind shift. I think you talked about a few things. Mind shift through transformation through coaching. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, when you say you want a mind shift through mind transformation through coaching, is pretty much, I'll give you an example. Somebody believes that they can never be promoted because they're useless. And that's a belief. You understand? And no matter how good they are, if they believe they will never be promoted because they're useless, they will never put themselves into that position where they will be promoted. You understand? So the job of a coach is first to go and help that person establish that self-confidence. Show them their strengths, and then let them understand it's okay to have weaknesses.
Yeah.
Let them understand the self-worth, self-value. Instill that confidence into them so that they can start preparing themselves to position themselves to be promoted.
And would you say there are some people that are uncoachable?
Of course. You can only coach people in the right state of mind. So once their state of mind is not right, then we will refer them for that maybe therapist.
Yeah.
Or, coach don't have answers to everything.
Yeah.
We only be able to coach people with the right state of mind.
Yeah.
Even during coaching sessions sometimes, and I've run into a roadblock that I realized that this is something that required therapy.
Okay.
And I had to tell the person, we'll have to stop. This and this and this, I think we need to go deal with it. I don't have the experience to, but I can refer you. And she said, no, she knows. And she knows she has somebody she's talking to. And I said, okay. We created a plan, and then from my side, and then give her time to go deal with that thing from our side. And then once that is done, she can come back and continue. Because there's already assignments that is linked towards that objective with the therapy.
Yeah.
So once they are able to achieve that, then we can continue.
Yeah.
So
now, we've talked about one end of, I would say, being uncoachable.
Yeah.
What about your other spectrum? Do you ever grow out of it? Is there any point where you get to in life where maybe you get to a certain age or you get to a certain point in your life and you're like, maybe I don't need a coach? Does he ever get there?
Yeah, when you're dead. Because even retirees get coached.
Yeah.
There's when you're retired, now you have different problems. You have a bit of relationship problems. You have libido problems. You have self-confidence problem. You have emotional problems. So unless you're dead, life balance is until you die. So I don't think there is any age where coaching stops. unless you stop living or you lost that drive. But once you still have a drive, once you want to live Earth, as a retired person, you want to live healthy. You still want to explore the world, even though you're retired. You understand? There's still some certain disciplines and steps you need to stay consistent to achieve those goals. There's you have lesser friends. Your friends are dying left, right, and center. So I don't think then your state of mind needs to be on point too.
And as you rightly said, coaching is a mindset thing. Coaching is working on your psyche, working on your mentality at any point in time. I obviously I asked that question, but I also think I'm of the opinion that there's no one that's actually still uncoachable. Anybody at any point in time can get to a point in time where you have a lesser psyche or your mentality is just right due to several factors. And
I'll tell you for a fact, I have a coach.
Okay.
I have a coach.
Okay.
I actually have a coach coaching me on my new venture, on this new venture I'm doing. Because it's important. Even because I'm a coach doesn't mean I'm now. I have a coach.
Yeah.
No, I have a coach.
Oh, okay.
My coach has a coach.
That's something to behold, and I hope everyone is hearing this right now. What we're just trying to say is that there's nobody that's uncoachable. Everybody at some point in time, if you're trying to reach a goal, you need the right psyche, you need the right mindset, you need the right mentality, you need someone to drive you, basically, to push you beyond what you imagine. You definitely need a coach. Now, there's another term you use. Is it visualization?
Yeah.
Visualization. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
What do you term in the realm of coaching? What is visualization?
Visualization is just as it sounds, pretty much. Just you visualizing yourself. When you want to set a goal, it's always good to visualize it. What visualization does is it gives you a clarity into that goal. It gives you a clarity in your current and your future. Because if I visualize that I am going to be a billionaire in 5 years, I will start thinking, okay, in 5 years' time, I'm going to start behaving like a billionaire. I start visualizing what a billionaire looks like. And I start visualizing what I need to do to be a billionaire. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's the power of visualization is very key. And then from visualization, you can bring out your affirmations from there. So that's going to be what's going to be your constant reminder.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So visualization is a very important aspect in setting the future goal. You don't just set a goal that I don't understand. Let me see, I want to go to the moon. You have to visualize it for you to even achieve it. Let's look at flight 645, flight 654.
Yeah.
You want it to be on CNN. You must think about it, visualize it for you to even ask, okay, what do you need to do? So what visualization does is when you visualize it, and it can actually happen. Okay, what do I need to do? Then you set a goal from that. You understand? And when you set a goal from that, you now look at, okay, how do I achieve the goals? Then you now start to set your steps. You understand? In setting your steps, you now start looking at, this doesn't meet my reality.
Yeah.
This meets my reality. I need to improve on this. This one conflicts my beliefs. This one is going to affect my value. I have this strong value here I can apply. Then you start looking at all of that. Then you now see, okay, if I put all this in place, these are the options I'm going to use. These are the things I need to do to achieve this goal.
Yeah. So
basically, it starts from that visualization.
So basically, visualization to belief to actualization. Those 3 steps.
Correct.
Right? So what in achieving a goal and visualizing yourself, okay, I say I want to be a billionaire by the age of 45, for instance, right? What are the things that would not make somebody, what are the factors that would not make somebody achieve a goal? If it's well visualized, if it's passed through that stage of visualizing, belief, setting goals, mission statements, and all that stuff, what are the factors that will make the person not meet?
The first important factor is not setting a smart goal. Okay, so you have to make sure your goal is smart in the sense that it's within reality.
Yeah.
is within what you can achieve. And 92% of all goal sets fail.
Important statistic.
Fail. 8% succeed. Why do this 8% succeed? You want to be a billionaire. Okay. Put a time bound to it. I want to be a billionaire in 10 years, right? Fine. Where are you today? What do you do today? What do you earn today? $50,000 a year. So, to be a billionaire in
X amount of years.
In
or
10 years,
yeah.
that means you can't be in that 50,000 bracket. You can't be thinking 50,000 bracket.
Yes.
So what skills do you have that will give you that billionaire stuff? You have to ask yourself that and put it down. So if those skills you have doesn't match the goal,
yeah,
you already know that failure is next around the corner. You look at the resources available to you, you understand?
Yeah.
And then the resources required to do $1 billion business, you don't have access or the know-how to achieve those things. What is happening to those? It's already been a failure.
Yeah.
So we always encourage people. When somebody comes to me and says he wants to be a billionaire, I'm going to take them through this exercise so that they can come back. Wanting to have a vision of being a billionaire is not a bad idea. But being in your realistic self and being realistic with yourself helps you focus your attention that will carry you from... Because what will happen is if you are not setting a smart goal for yourself, then you start putting barriers in front of you. I want to be a billionaire, but I don't have money.
Yeah.
I don't even have the billionaire's idea. So what happens? You set a barrier for yourself. So instead of you now focusing on you improving your financial capability, because it's all about improving your financial capability.
Yeah, it's a financial goal, yeah.
You understand? But you have set an unrealistic financial goal. So right now, you have now made all the barriers of that unrealistic financial goal your goal. You understand?
Yeah.
So, but guess what's now happening to you? You are now having what we call financial stagnation. You are not moving forward because you are not able to think in the realistic manner. But if you are making 50,000 and you said in 24 months, maybe you are into commission-based business like a real estate agent, and you say in 24 months or in 12 months, I want to start making 100,000. Is that achievable? We'll ask you. What do you do currently now to make 50,000? Can you double that? Can you double your income by the month? If you say yes, how? Why aren't you doing it now? Why are you just waiting till now to do it? Is it a new opportunity?
Yeah.
Those are the things that prompt reality so that we can set smart goals. You understand?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's impossible to have $1 billion deal or $1 billion idea, but make sure when you are having it, you must have all the resources, all the skills, and everything that is required to achieve those goals. If not, so the goal is going to fail.
Absolutely. And in setting that goal, let's just say, let's stick to the example, the case study of being a billionaire within 10 years, right? That's the vision. How about the missions, right? How about the things that you do every day that get you there? What do you think about having a dynamic mindset for missions? Saying by dynamic, I mean, you set a mission today, it's not working out. How dynamic are you to basically change that mission or change the goal, right? That will lead you there. What do you say to that?
Goals are not fixed. That's one thing you have to understand.
Okay.
You can't say your goals are fixed because situations also require you to modify and move and change your goals. You understand? So goals are not fixed. I think setting goals that are fixed, that doesn't have room for flexibility, is also another room. Is also another room for failure. Because situations will arrive, situations will happen that you have to adjust. Pandemic, nobody. So now, you've had all these plans, and then pandemic came. Are you now going to sit on your ass and say, pandemic is here, I'm not going to work? No. You have to quickly readjust. And that is where planning comes into play. Because when you already have a plan, when something happens, you will adjust the plan but not the goal. But when you don't have a plan, and your goal is not defined and it's not time-bound, it's just in your head. Because that's what I find with a lot of people. They have their goal, they want to own a house. They don't know when, they don't know how. But they'll see as things come. Maybe deals will come, and then with the men, the hammer, they will go and get this house. You understand?
Yeah.
It happens. It does happen for some. But there is also another way where you can actually plan. You understand? So when you have a set plan laid down, when you are met with any form of uncertainty, it just becomes something to overcome.
Yeah.
If you have to change the plan at that time, it's just to accommodate the situation and the environment, but you're not changing your goals. You can't say because of you've resigned. I'll give you an example of Tommy, my artist, that she's resigned. She's a professional musician. Then pandemic came, no tour. Then boom, she said, what am I going to do? I'm going back to work. You understand?
Yeah.
She's left her goal because of
the obstacle, and circumstances. Yeah.
Yes, no. So she had to go and think around that obstacle and then still excel her goal within the changing environment. You understand? So that's the way I look at it. You can change your plan, but I don't think your end goal. So you can extend your plan. You can even extend your plan that, I was supposed to achieve this by 2020, but pandemic has come. Okay, based on what I'm seeing with this pandemic right now, maybe I move this to 2022. You understand? Readjust your plan, then look at new plans to accommodate the pandemic. How do you balance your life within this pandemic? And then you continue. You understand?
Yeah.
But most important thing is because the goal is defined and it's already a smart goal that was set. When the goal is not smart and is not defined, it's easy to derail. It's easy to get distracted.
Absolutely.
It's easy to have fear of failure because you have not looked at the whole what it takes for that goal to succeed. You've not put it down. You've not penned it down. You understand? So any small obstacle, you panic.
You panic, yeah. That's actually a very key one, actually. Making sure that even though you have an originally time-bound vision, right, that vision can always change, right, due to circumstances, due to obstacles. As long as you maintain, I guess maybe this is something else we can talk about. Would the vision, due to circumstances, should the vision change, or the specificity, measurability, the time-boundness of the goal? Is it the vision that changes, or just the factors around the vision that would change?
It's the planning, it's the process that will be adjusted to the time. I don't think you need to change your vision because pandemic. Because there's pandemic now, you now stop being a musician and then you now go and become a driver.
Because it's easy to, right? It's easy to.
Because your goal is not defined and then you didn't believe in what you were doing. So like I said, if your goal is not defined, if there is no belief and thought process behind it, if you've not identified that this is a purpose, a purpose-driven goal is very, very difficult to shake. You understand? So once you have identified that this is a purpose-driven goal, you will always find a way around any obstacles that you meet along the way. It's like I'll give you a terminology about somebody that is on the pioneer race. You understand? When you're on the pioneer race, it's Formula 1 is defined.
Yeah.
F1 is defined. So we know it's going to be in a circuit.
Yeah.
So you wanted to start your own now, just a race. You don't even know which kind of terrain you want to use. So it's going to be a lot of trial and error. You're probably going to have to go through so many parts. You don't know what's going to be in front of you. So and every obstacle you are crossing, you are not worried about it anymore. You are envisaging, you are getting closer to your goal.
The goal, yeah.
But along the way, again, another obstacle might come. But you cross it because your eye is on the ball. You understand? So I will never encourage anybody to lose eye on the ball. Because if you lose eye on this ball and take another ball, trust me, that ball too has its own obstacles. You understand? And you just find out that you now become jumping from ball to ball without achieving anything at the end of the day. So what is important again, I say, is once you have a purpose-driven goal, set your plans, realistic plans. Once you set a realistic plan, achieving it becomes easy. Break down those plans. If your goal is for 24 months, don't expect to work towards the 24-month result. Break them down into 1 month, 3 months, 6 months to a benchmark.
Benchmarks,
And try and reward yourself. It's important.
The reward system,
Reward yourself as you achieve those milestones. Reward doesn't have to be financial. Reward can be whatever gives you gratification. It can just be journaling, and just the fact that you picked up the new habit of journaling, and then for every task you write down, you're striking it up, you're striking it up, you're striking it up. For every 10 pages that you have, you give yourself an ice cream treat.
Nice.
Simple thing, but it's important for you to reward yourself so that you can keep motivation.
Wonderful, wonderful. What is the power of, we talk about goals, we talk about prayer, we talk about everything, every strategy and every goal and every mission plan that gets into that vision, right? So it ties into that vision. What do you say is the power of luck when it comes to achieving the vision?
Luck. Luck is, as it says, when opportunity meets preparedness. There is no power there. Opportunity is there and you are prepared. That's luck. So you must make sure you are always prepared. Opportunity will always be there only when your goal is defined, because is what you are looking for, you are going to find. You understand?
Yeah.
So if you are not looking for it, you won't find it. So I don't know. Luck is there, but I believe the luck is still can be controlled. Luck can be, you can attract luck. You can attract luck. If you have a defined goal, you have a set plan, you are consistent with achieving them, then you will get results. It might sound as luck, but it's actually your consistency and your hard work.
Yeah, because let me interject here, because when two people on the same career path started together on a long-term vision from a consultant to a partner, right, in the same company, right? Someone gets lucky, gets a double promotion, I guess, right? Or is that a thing?
He didn't get lucky. You have to go and look at his HR file, and you have to see why he got the double promotion. He definitely had something more than the other one that management was able to identify. Maybe it's more of his analytical thinking. Maybe he's more of a better leader. So because we start at the same time doesn't mean we have the same attributes. True. So identifying my own attributes will be able to make me define my own path. I cannot use your own attribute to define my own path. And your own attribute will give you your results. My attribute will give me my results. So even though we got hired together, it doesn't mean we'll end up in the same position.
Awesome.
The way I approach problems will be different from the way you approach problems.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what would you say to somebody, for example, who has had a long-term vision? Let's just say the person has had a vision to be a pilot by the age of 31, and everything he's done from the age of 15 has geared him towards achieving that vision 16 years later. He gets to the age of 31, and he's not halfway there. What would you say to that person as a coach?
Well, he wanted to be a pilot. 15 years later, he's still not a pilot. Well, I want to first understand why. Why is he not a pilot? Does pilot take 20 years? Maybe he's not just maybe he hasn't finished his certification. And then, if that's not the situation, why is he not a pilot? Is he failing? Is it because he doesn't? Because sometimes you want to be a pilot and maybe you don't have good eyesight.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't have good geographical geometry. I don't know. Yeah. But we'll first have to identify first if he has the skills. If he even have if he has the skills to do it. Yeah. Because if you're trying to do something for 16 years and you still not do it and you still feel you can do it, then we want to know why. We want to know why you can do it. What you are doing wrong Because that doesn't mean he can't be a pilot. He might just be doing something wrong. So that is what we first need to identify. What is he doing wrong? It could be a belief, it could be a value. All of these things we'll identify. We'll challenge them, and then we'll try and make him improve on those things so that he cannot be set on. If there is nothing, like I said, if it's just a pure coaching problem. Yeah. Because like I said, it could be other problems. But if it's just a pure coaching problem, then I believe there's a lot of things that we can do. But if it's other problem, they will require him for interventions. But
And maybe because I guess the example I just gave is more for a defined career path.
Yeah.
There are many career paths that we know about that are actually not defined. For example, a sportsman, right? You train, you go, you're an amateur, you train, you compete in the amateur championships, you win. It has no bearing that you would get into the professional level, right? Let's just say that same person at 15 had a goal to be somebody, to be this person, maybe at 25, a professional footballer playing in England, for England, and that person has not achieved that. Because of the non-defined career path that he's in, at 25, what would you tell that person? Would it be the same thing you've just told the man that wanted to be a pilot that he's not a pilot?
No, it's not. Okay. Because you also have to look at the reality of his age and the industry he wants to go. The present reality is very important. If at 25 he's not been able to get a sign on, I don't believe in that sector. People are signing new people at 25. In the football, they're picking them from the academy. It's only when you are exceptionally good that you have movement at 25. I don't know if they discover anybody at 25.
We've had the one-offs.
There's no one-off unless they change their name, they change their age. because we know the lifespan of a footballer ends about 32, 33.
35-ish.
So why? And everybody is a major investment. They're paying millions of dollars. So I know most people are gotten around 19, 20. That is the prime. That's 19 to 22 is when they get the best out of you. Yeah. As a footballer, as a sportsman, unless you are playing golf, but that's when they get the best out of you. So once you are missing that, and you still have your love for soccer, for football, I will start coaching you about understanding where that love really is, because that love definitely is not for you on you playing. Because some people also don't identify where that, even though they have love for soccer, but they are not focused on internally to understand, why am I not a solid soccer player? Maybe that is really not my purpose on this industry. Maybe my purpose is to be a trainer. Yeah. You understand? Maybe my purpose is to be a coach. So by taking them through all this, our coaching exercises, we'll be able to help them find what is really their strength, what is their purpose, where can they best still serve that industry at their age. You understand? Because that is an industry that gives them joy. So we can never, if you take that away from them, it's like they'll be living an unfulfilled life. They need to be around that space. So we need to help them find where they can still add value within that same sector.
Maybe he becomes a coach or a referee or something.
It will be up to him. Referees and other things. So by the time we now take them into on a coaching journey, we'll be able to help them find that. They will find that themselves. All hope is never lost once the purpose and the passion is there. Look at Kentucky Fried Chicken. You can look up that on your own free time.
A very good case study. For those who don't know, he was an old man, basically, that started out at 65. Yeah. And he went door to door, basically, I guess.
No, he had been doing it for over 20 years. At 65, he got his breakthrough because he never lost focus. He was consistent. And because when you are consistent, you don't know who is watching you. When you are focused, you don't know who is watching you.
And I guess there's a power of passion there as well, right? That's where passion comes into that, because it's really hard for a man to be focused for 20 years on something that is not yielding fruit. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's hard, right? Especially with the challenges that come up in life. You have a family, you have all those things that come up. It must be difficult, right?
Contentment guides that. When you are content and you plan, Kentucky never set out to become Kentucky. It was content where it was, but it was good. It was consistent and it was good. Every year in, year out, it was there. And that's it. He never set out to write a business plan of bringing Kentucky wide. No. It's the clients that kept on seeing this man year and year, and this guy got something going, that they approached him and took his business to the next level. You understand? So it was his consistency that was important.
Yeah.
Very, very consistent.
That's absolutely true. And I think it would be nice to actually plug it in here for those of you listening on Spotify, for those of you listening through the iLive Radio link on the iLive Radio page, and for those of you listening on IG Live. So Mr. Lukman Akombi has been gracious enough to offer through this platform 5 coaching sessions to anyone who is interested, right? All you would need to do is, first of all, you have to follow Flight 654 and DM your entry. Just basically DM us why, or DM us just why you want to be coached, basically. What's your name and where you're coming from, and just a brief one-line entry on why you'd want to be coached. So follow us at Flight, FLIGHT 6, the letter 6, or the number 6, my bad, IX54 on Instagram, and then DM us so you can be part of this. And I must say that from my experience, everything has been discussed here. Yes, he's touching a little bit on his journey and everything that he does while coaching, but it goes far beyond. When you're in a live coaching session with him, it goes far beyond everything that is being said in this interview today. So on the coaching topic, as a final word, what do you want to say to the people?
Well, as a final word is, guys, if you're listening in, if you have never been coached before, take advantage of this opportunity. At least experience it. I think every thought leader out there that really wants to achieve something and stay consistent needs to get themselves a coach. I believe it's very, very important. If you want to be regular, it's okay. You can live a regular life without one. But if you want to be a George Bezos, or you want to be a Michael Jordan, or you want to be a LeBron James, you definitely need a coach.
And that's where you have it. So again, he's been gracious enough to offer us 5 coaching sessions through the Flight 654 platform. If you want to be part of this, and trust me, you really want to be part of this, send us a DM, but you need to follow us first. Send us a DM, and we will hook you up. So it's been nice having you. For those who are just joining on IG Live, or for those who listen on Spotify, we're on an interview with Mr. Lukman Akombi. We have explored a lot, I would say, in the coaching journey. I'm sure I didn't exhaust all the questions, but I didn't want to exhaust all the questions. I wanted to ask the most relevant questions for at least to spur up a conversation. But we've explored a lot when it comes to, I'd say, the coaching area and facet of life, I would say. And that is the path that he has decided to embrace as of right now. From being a restaurant executive to being a music executive to being, actually maybe start from the beginning, to being a band member, or maybe an IT consultant, band member, restaurant executive, music executive, and then now life coach. So you can see that you are participating, or what you're getting is a full breadth of knowledge in that coaching session. So you want to sign up, and since it's his birthday month as well, he's been gracious enough to give us those 5 sessions. Hit us up, Flight 654. We are going to go back 5 minutes into the live takeoff mix, and just for a bit, and we'll be exploring some sounds in Africa. Once again, thank you very much, Mr. Lukman. Akombi, and we would come back for a little bit before we go on. Maybe we have some promotions or anything like that. We'll just come back for a little bit before we go off on today's session.
Give me the green light, give me the go. Give me the high life, I feel in my soul. You know that I don't mind, bravo. Félicitations, patron. Whenever you get shy, let go. Feel the music, lose control. Wind up your waistline, shaking it up nice. Doing it all right on the dance floor. Fais-moi en bas, la la la, en bas, la, en bas, la la. Fais-moi en bas, la la la, en bas, la, en bas, la la, on the floor. Sur le sol, sur le sol, sur le sol, le floor. Sur le sol, sur le sol, sur le sol. Fais-moi en bas, la la la, en bas, la, en bas, la la. Fais-moi en bas, la la la, en bas, la, en bas, la la, on the floor. Sur le sol, sur le sol, sur le sol, le floor. Sur le sol, sur le sol, sur le sol, sur le sol, en bas, la la.
Shout out to everybody right here.
Oh, le, 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 oh, le, God. Oh, le, 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 oh, le, God. Oh, le, 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 oh, le, God. Oh, le, God. Boogie. Oh, le, God. You know. Oh, le, 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 oh, le, God. Oh, le, 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 oh, le, God. Oh, le, 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 oh, le, God. Oh, le, God. Oh, le, 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 oh, le, God. 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 Oh, ma belle. Oh, le, God. Répète-toi. Oh, le, God. Des bolas. Oh, le, God. Meilleur ton rap. Oh, le, God. Oh, le, le, le. Oh, le, God.
From what I can notice right now, Check by Fireboy and Wande Cole is highly sought after. So I'm gonna run that back one more time. I already played it today. Shout out to Pussy Hype.
On my way to heaven, I see Angelina. Oh, she says I'm back down. Remember who you are. On my way to heaven, Body Angelina. No, she says I'm back down. Remember who you are. Oh, le, 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 oh, le, oh, le, 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 oh, le, 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 oh, le,
You put the spell on me, hey.
I don't know what's in doing it, but you dial on me. You put the spell on me. Papa sing, say, I love you so. You put the spell on me. Papa sing, say, I love you so. You put the spell on me. I'm hypnotized. I see your eyes. You will do anything to have me in your life. You're in control. You're in my soul. I think I'm losing my mind. You got me, I know. I will like a poshingo. Otito, Otito. Motivo Sarah, Motingo. Motimbambala, Otito. She's dancing, it's magic. How can you take my soul? You can't have it. You put a spell on me. You put a spell on me.
For those who don't know, this is Naira Marley. I see they go.
For this Lagos, show your gold, I mean your gold. You can never, ever. Now I see they go. Come on, power and go. Y'all are seeing me like I'm a fucking party. I just say for any go. I want to say for my two nigga. Olowo, gbaju, olowo, gbaju, olowo, gbaju, olowo, gbaju, olowo, olowo.
Taking a stop in South Africa right now. This is Guguletu. This is how we do it on a takeoff mix flight 654. Here we go.
Àwọn pàdé mi tó ń ṣe wáìnì Èkó dùn jù báyìí lọ ọmọ arábí lọmọ ọmọ pẹ́sà lọ owó wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àwọn kan wà òkè 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 àwọn kan wà òkè.
Alright, that's all we've got for you on Flight 654 today. Thank you so much for joining in. For those of you joining in on our IG Live, listening on Spotify, on the radio link, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you to our guest, Mr. Lukman